Hi, Janelle. I see you had a little trouble with this maze tracing. One of the things that I'm looking for is the accuracy of where you're laying down your anchor points and how you're adjusting those handlebars. Of course, the corner points are just fine. The first lines that you created, this one and this one, are okay. But then when you get into the curvy ones, there's some issues. So I thought I would just go through a couple of these points just to give you kind of an idea of what you can do to make them look better and smoother. First thing is, you do want to try to be accurate on laying down the path. So, nobody gets the path exactly right the first time. So you want to come back and move those points so they're actually on the path. And then when you're making something that needs to be 90 degrees, one of the tricks is to hold down the shift key, and then that will constrain your handlebar so it's absolutely horizontal or vertical. So I'm just going to pull that one down a little bit more. And then because you only really need 2 points to create a 180-degree arc, it's true, this one can be moved right to the center of that. Now, the idea is that when you're making a curved path, you want in an ideal world, you want your handlebars to just extend a third of the way on the path. So the first one is a third, the middle section of the path counts for a third, and then the second anchor point is a third. And then you just need to adjust these handlebars so that they're looking swell. So because that is an arc, you want this handlebar to be straight, and you can see how that's going to lay down on the path. Now here you've got a straight section between about here and here, so you want to pull this path down further, and you want to add a new anchor point. So I'm going to use the add anchor point tool and pop another one in there. Probably that one needs to go about there. Now between these two paths, you really don't need handlebars, so you could just click on that path, delete it, and then you can redraw the path. So you would just go and grab the pen tool again, and just clicking is going to remove that path, and then, or the handlebar, and clicking on the next one is going to remove the handlebar from it as well. And then you just need to come in and adjust these handlebars here, which are overlapping, so we know that they're just too long. That indeed is a curve in there. So again, you want to get that back to, need to make that a little shorter so I can get a hold of this one. So you want to make these about a third the length of the path. I'm going to scoot that one over, and this one can get pulled down just a little bit. So that's looking better. It's also much smoother. So here you've got the anchor points going in two different directions. Again, you want to not really constrain them, but here you want these to stay absolutely straight. So you don't want to divide those handlebars so that they are not going to lay on the path. This one, because there's kind of a long spine there, you might need two curved paths to make this one work. So let's just lay that one in there. This needs a straight point in there. This needs a curve in here. Let's redraw that one. So I'm going to, again, grab my pen tool and then click and drag to get that handlebar out. And here you click and drag to pull that out. And then you can come back and modify that path. So let's get that one out and out. That one's going to take a little more fussing to get that really where it needs to go. That one's not quite straight there. That's better. This one probably needs one more point. Let's pop one right there, because that looks like it needs to be flattened out a little bit. Okay. Okay, so that's looking a little better. Again, let's get these points right on the path. It's going to make it easier to actually stay on the path with where you're laying your anchor points. Okay, so that's a lot better. What's happening down here is that you've got these things crossing, but you need an anchor point, a handlebar on either side of that point. So you can't get away with putting a corner point there. So let's go back and grab the pen tool. We'll click and drag to set that. Now if I hold down the Option key, I've got free reign on making that handlebar go any direction I want it to. And then I'm just going to click and drag here, and I'm holding down the Shift key to make that pathway nice and straight and vertical. Okay, so that's just a couple little tips for you. I hope that helps. Might be a good idea to practice this one again, since, you know, using the pen and pencil tools and being able to edit the path are really key to mastering Illustrator on whatever it is that you end up accomplishing. Okay, so that's it. Have fun.